Today we're speaking about Taug Sciences, ticker symbol TAUG, a 12-cent penny stock with a whole lot of upcoming catalysts that I believe has a lot of room to run upwards. What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing in this video is financial advice. And today we are speaking about a penny stock, baby. And this well and truly is a penny stock. I know on YouTube we call stocks that are $1, $2, $3 a share penny stocks. This is 12 cents a share. And what's crazy is I was watching these guys all day on Friday when they were at about 8 cents a share. And I was considering pulling the trigger. And in the last hour of the day, they went up pretty much 45 to 55%. It was crazy to watch, but that didn't put me off. I still don't think that's the end of this potential run by any means whatsoever. I do want to point out they only have a market cap of pretty much $24 million. It's a very, very small market cap, my friends. But I really have been looking into these guys, and I want to let you guys know why I'm interested in them. But I do, of course, want to stress it's a penny stock. You should only, play around with money here that you are willing to lose. They're very volatile stocks. They go up, they go down very quickly. And of course, this had a 55% run up on Friday, so anything could happen over the next day or two. These guys have quite a few exciting things going for them. One is this CBD infused chewing gum, and this is actually one of the least exciting things, but that is still a market that could surpass $20 billion within the next 4 years or so. They have some equity investments in growth companies, and then two of the most exciting ones is their nausea therapy and their Roni testing. And one more thing I'd like to show you guys is their press releases, aka all of the news that's coming out in regards to this company. The most recent one was the 31st of December. Look, if I'll keep scrolling. We're only down to October. I mean, these guys are constantly, and I mean constantly, coming out with new positive news. So my friends, right before we get into the video, and right before we get into covering some of these very interesting topics, could I please ask you to hit that juicy like button for a juicy penny stock? Drop me a comment down below. What are you thinking about this company? And also let me know what penny stock you're thinking about buying today. And please, my friend, if you're new around here, hit that juicy red subscribe button and join the family of investors. Also, if you are interested in joining my private Discord group, that's the first link in the description. We've been speaking about these guys a little bit over the weekend. I know quite a few people in there got in these guys at the 7-8 cent mark, so they're already up a lot of money. And that's where you find out about stocks like this before I make a YouTube video on them. So you get my buy and sell alerts. There's over 50 private channels, and I'm doing a $1,000 giveaway in the next few days. If you want a few stocks on Webull, that's the second link in the description, my friends. You have to sign up, open your account, deposit $100. It's free money. So I do just want to give you guys a little recap of the price action, okay? So it's the last week or so it really did start to blow up, but you can still see that on the 5-day chart, they're up 220%, which I know is an absolutely immense gain. But there's loads of penny stocks you're going to see go up 1,000% in a week, when hype gets behind them at least. So it's for that reason that I don't necessarily think that, the run is over. I don't think it has to be over. Does that mean there can't be a pullback? Most certainly not. Even on the 5-day chart, you'll see a few little pullbacks. I mean, there was a 18% one right there. If we go back here, boom, a 28% one. Boom, a 27% one. So there definitely is potential for that. That's why I'm telling you guys not to risk too much money on a company like this or any other penny stock. But they are in a lot of very interesting, very prominent areas right now, guys. And they have been growing. They have been growing quite nicely, okay? This is back from June, but they generated record monthly e-commerce sales back then. And that was for the 4th consecutive month in a row. So this company actually has been growing, and they have robust levels of inventory on hand, okay? For all of its products and product lines, fully paid for, estimated retail value of inventory on hand is $700,000 to $800,000. Now again, this is a little bit outdated in June, but it will make sense when we go through a couple of things later on. They have a lot of inventory, and so let's remember that when we end up going and looking at their assets to liabilities. The 29th of September, very recent news, they complete payment for the entirety of its 3rd production run of its gelatin-free CBD infused gumdrop product. So this is one of the biggest things about this company is their CBD lines, but that is definitely not all there is to them. So the company received confirmation from its contract manufacturer concerning the arrival of the gummies inventory the 1st week of January. So that's one of the first things to notice about this company is we have product, we are making sales, we are generating revenue, and we have been for a considerable period of time. Another very recent piece of news and very exciting piece of news, December 31st, so again, extraordinarily recent, okay? They were approved to be corporate exhibitor at the 2021 CTIC Capital Pre-JP Morgan Healthcare Investment Summit, January 9th through 10th. So there is a short-term potential catalyst for us. The company will exhibit through a virtual booth to present its products, product lines, and business initiatives to a broad array of top-tier institutional biotech investors. That is exciting, my friends. And this is the kind of thing that actually does move penny stocks. When we know there is something like this coming up, when we know there's a potential for a new investor, somebody really big to find out about their products, that can be absolutely huge. So this one right here is potentially one of the most important and most exciting ones for a potential investor. Now just some more things, okay? December 16th, okay? They are to resume the clinical development of its proposed anti-nausea pharmaceutical grade version of Taug gum. So the Taug gum is just their standard CBD gum. I'm sure you guys are all pretty much aware of what CBD is at this stage. A lot of people say it's really good for sleep, for muscle relaxation, all of those kinds of things. But this one right here is an anti-nausea version. The company expects to issue a material update to shareholders within the near term concerning the resumption of this pharmaceutical development work. So we're not sure of the exact yet, but again, this could be a short-term catalyst. We don't know when we're going to find out exactly about it, but this could be absolutely huge, guys. The implications for something like that could be massive. Now, the delivery system for this proposed pharmaceutical version is a modified version with substantially higher concentration of CBD of the already existing Taug gum. So it's literally just a matter of getting more CBD into the gum, figuring out the right dosages, etc. for whoever needs it. And then there's more. December 4th, okay? They further expanded their product offerings with dark chocolate 20mg CBD infused round medallions. So this is just essentially a dark chocolate coin filled with CBD for those who don't want the chewing gum or don't want to have to take it orally, whatever their reason. And there's only 49 calories per medallion, so you know, it's January, everybody's on their health kick. Maybe they're going to take these for that reason. That was a joke. I don't genuinely think that's the reason this company will go up in value, but yes. And yet again, the company is firmly on track to report record quarterly sales for its current operating quarter. And the company is pleased with the initial sales of its limited edition Hanukkah special gift pack. Essentially, everything has been going quite well for this company over the last 4 to 6 months at the very least. And I think just now a lot more people are starting to realize that they exist. Partially down to the reason that a lot more people are looking into CBD related companies. And that's not all. December 28th, okay? They expand their CBD infused skincare offerings to include more than 10 different products. I mean, these guys don't slow down. If you want CBD, you know, they can give you chocolate. You want the chewing gum, have a chewing gum. You want to rub something into your skin, rub something into your skin. But what's more important from an investor point of view is the fact that they can keep expanding the products that they're offering. They are in a cash position. They are generating enough revenue. They are receiving enough investor interest to do so. They are not just stuck in this rut doing the same thing over and over again and getting nowhere. Here's just one that I found quite interesting when I was looking into these guys. It's from the 27th of April 2018. But what's funny is if you go onto their homepage and go all the way down to the bottom, it still says Blink Charging Company down at the bottom. So all the way back then, nearly 2 3/4 years ago, they essentially went ahead and announced they've executed an independent sales reseller agreement with Blink Charging all the way back then. Now, I don't think too much of this right now, but what I do think, this compared to where we are now, this compared to the recent things we've seen coming out of this company, is that they adapt, they stay with the times, and they grow. Now, one thing I noticed when I was looking into these guys, okay, is they've had to get a lot of investments. December 3rd, okay, they fully repaid and retired an $88,000 face value 8% convertible debenture issued on May 18, 2020. So, I mean, that's a very, very quick turnaround. They took it and they paid it right back very quickly. And keep in mind, guys, we have probably close to $1 million worth of inventory right now that is fully paid for. With that being said, on October 6th, okay, we see that they secured a $135,000 in inventory factoring capital to support its accelerating revenue growth. Now, this is an important one and it's an exciting one. So, I mean, of course, it's capital raise. They're going to be paying it back, I believe, with 10% interest per year. Now, that's a very high interest rate, but they are keeping every single product stocked up. They're making sure that if you want to buy one of their products, they have it to give to you. And that's ultimately what they're going to have to do in order to really get their revenues up and to really get their growth up and to make their earnings up. And I think that now people are starting to realize that, and people are starting to realize the potential that this company has. And that's why it's been going on this kind of immense run over the last week or so. But again, I'd like to point out, for a penny stock that was 4 cents a share a week ago, a 220% jump isn't the biggest in the world. And I mean, if the market closed an hour earlier, it would have literally been a 125% jump. Something must have came out towards the end of market close on Friday to make this run up happen, but I see no reason why it can't continue. Now again, I don't think we're past these big dips here. Remember, I showed you at the beginning of the video, it does have its 15, 20, 25% dip, so be aware of that. Don't be going all in. Don't throw your whole life savings into this company right now. Always tread lightly with these penny stocks and always have exit and entry plans. But they took on this new loan with an institutional investor, okay, to support both its accelerating revenue growth and ongoing national product launch. Now, the repayment period doesn't start until April 5th, 2021, and it finishes October 5th, 2021. So again, that gives them time to grow. It gives them time for another really good quarter, give them time for a few more really nice months, more sales, etc, etc. And ultimately, if this investment pays more than they have to pay back, it's going to be a success for them. Now, if we go ahead and we have a look at their most recent Form 10Q, there's certainly a few things of interest here. First thing I'd like to say is September 30th, 2020, total assets 1.027 million. Just back in March of this year, that was $643,000. Now, if you look at these assets, a lot of them are in investments. $250,000 or so is in inventory assets, but we have an awful lot here in investments. And I think that's why they do keep going out and raising this capital or getting institutional investors to invest in them, because they want to turn that money into more money ultimately. Then when it comes to liabilities, okay, it's at $946,287,000. So we actually have a positive asset to liability ratio, which I myself was surprised to find out when I had a look at this company. The large majority of it are notes payable net of discounts. Now, I would also like to point out for the 3 months ended September 30th, okay, revenues went up year over year, but gross profit turned into a loss. But for the 6 months ended September 30th, we're still positive. But again, it's not actually as good as 2019. But the numbers are bigger. There is more revenue coming in. There are more sales being made. It's just costing a little bit more right now, which at the stage of the company's life cycle they're at now, I mean, literally a penny stock. I'm not going to hold that against them too harshly. Ultimately, year over year, loss from operations has come down a little bit. Now, if we read through this a little bit further, July 15, 2020, the company appointed Dr. Keith Aqua as an independent contractor to the position of Chief Medical Officer. I think that's quite cool. He will help the company progress in the development of the company's proposed pharmaceutical grade version of Taug gum. That was this one back here, the anti-nausea gum. But again, I really love to see this because they're taking action. They're doing everything they can to get this done. A collaboration agreement with AIGA Biotechnologies, April 3rd, 2020. So they entered this agreement for the purpose of developing a rapid, multiplexed, novel coronavirus point of care test with superior sensitivity and selectivity. I mean, that's obviously massive, but I think you guys can see that they have a lot, and I mean a lot going for them right now, and a lot of exciting opportunities coming up. So I am looking at this company as a potential swing trade because I see all of the positive news that's coming out. I see short-term catalysts over the next week or so, and I also see, you know, big green candles like this. A lot of people are obviously starting to realize that this company exists and likes what they're doing. But again, last time we had a huge green candle like that, it was followed by a sharp pullback. You can see a lot of time when this company makes a nice run, it is followed by imminent pullback. So again, be quite cautious with them, please. Would also like to point out the RSI is at about, what, 76, 77 right now, very high. And obviously, this just is not a healthy candle at the end of the day. As I said, that made about 45 to 50% in the span of an hour, my friends. That's not normal. But I did just want to make this initial video to let you guys know what I think about the company, because I do think it's offering a really interesting short-term opportunity. But again, that's all it is to me. I'm more than likely not going to be holding these guys for a very, very long time if I do decide to buy. But anyway, guys, if you watched this video all the way to the end, you, my friend, are a true legend, and I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. If you enjoyed the video, took some value, some entertainment, could I please ask you to hit that like button, maybe drop me a comment down below, and please subscribe if you're new around here. If you are interested in joining our private Discord group, that's the first link in the description, my friends. Again, you get my buy and sell alerts. There's nearly 700 investors in there now, over 50 private channels in general, and if you want those free stocks on Webull, that's the second link in the description, my friends. Anyway, guys, I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed day. I'll see you for another video very soon. Peace.